Okay, this is Raimundo Flores again, and I'm just recording this video. It's December 15th, 2017, and I'm recording this video because I had a certain thought about what people normally do when they reach milestones, which I think is an incorrect way to handle the milestone because I'll get into it. Anyway, other than that, there's a promising opportunity for me to get employment at a place. I'm not going to mention the name of the company, but it's in San Mateo. It's in the Bay Area basically. Yeah, Bay Area and San Mateo more specifically, and they do building design, and it looks like a very interesting place. So I will practice everything there is to know about that place over the weekend, and my interview is on Monday, the um, the 18th. So if I have a problem with that, or if he has a problem with that, we'll change it. But um, the reason why I mention that is because is that the fact that it seems promising reminded me of this, which is the fact that what happens if when people reach milestones is they believe that the best course of action then is that they earn the right to be lazy, which is actually incorrect when you look at it from a success point of view. Um, they actually earn the right to work harder to earn success. So I think this is an incorrect thing that people they misinterpret when they go through milestones as they go through their life. And I think that, and so the whole point of this video is to say that I think milestones are there to not provide you to allow you to be more lazy, but actually allow you to be to have success. So in other areas. So it's this is actually more true than you might think because when was the last time you saw someone say, "Hey, I got an A on this thing," and then all of a sudden that was it? They didn't think, "Oh, well, now I get to volunteer and I feel more motivated to do that," or some people will, or maybe they say, "Okay, now I get to that grants me to have a better understanding of the subject, and thus I get to do more with it." Now, some people will say that, but for the large majority out there, that milestone will bring them back to laziness. It'll let them know that, hey, I get to no longer work on this thing. I get to work less on it, and that is a mistake because when you train yourself, there's only two ways of going about it, and when you train yourself to do that, you're less likely to get the same level of success. So I just thought I would say that. Now, the reason why the evidence that this is the case, that's other than perhaps something that you could verify with that example, is the fact that if you look around you, people are lazy, like especially in the United States. Even when they're getting $100,000 a year, they're very lazy. Like you think like how do especially when you've been through the process yourself of getting to that point of making that much money. It's like how are you so lazy and you just seem to be eating all day other than working, and you're not doing anything else with your life but the job. So um and that's evident. Like that's you can see that all over the place, even places in Europe or places outside the United States. It's mostly prevalent in the United States, but you could hopefully see that this is in fact true. There's only two ways to go about it. If you reach that milestone, you tell yourself that you get to be lazy or that you get to do more with what you have. In other words, you've granted yourself the ability to be more successful in some other area. So I just thought I would get that out there. Now there is one YouTuber who I think is the epitome of somebody who's always made the effort to use his milestones in the direction of continuous success and never going to the laziness side. And that YouTuber is Arthur Arcturus, and I think that he's always been like that. Like more than anyone else, he's probably the perfect example for someone who's like that. And I have to admit that that I've obviously you've seen me go to UC Berkeley and all that engineering. Clearly, there have been points in my life where I've reached milestones, and I go on the side of laziness, and I totally regret it. I can look back and tell you that that's exactly what happened. A lot of professors are like this. They go on the lazy side, and they just don't know what to do with their. It's like an existential crisis for them, where they just say, "Okay, I guess I'm just going to be a professor," and they're on that side of laziness. It's so obvious. Anyway, I just thought I would throw that out there. Thank you for watching. If you could think of other examples, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much.